Today's episode is sponsored by Black Falcon. I'm currently wearing one of their hoodies and I must say it feels lovely. They don't just do hoodies, they have a range of streetwear and casual wear items, tops, jogging bottoms, jackets, all sorts. Make sure you check them out at www.blackfalcon.co.uk or you can click the link in our description. Use code BALLTALK10 to get yourself 10% off at checkout.
This episode is sponsored by TornSports.com and I've got a lovely pair of sliders here, every footballer's dream. What else do they do, Lewis?
They do grip socks, all heights. So,
Nice.
you know, they've got the ankle ones. And they actually do, I don't know, you know, the footballer's trend these days is where they have the little cut in the back of their match day socks.
Yeah.
So they do them as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so they do plenty of different socks and obviously sliders. So.
That's sick. Yeah, these sliders are very nice. If you want to grab yourself anything, head over to TornSports.com and get yourself something nice.
Welcome back to Ball Talk with me, Lewis Bryon, and today I'm joined as usual by striker for St Albans, Ken Charles, and presenter Noah Jones.
Thank you very much. What I needed.
Boys, this episode we're going to be doing a top 10s special.
Yes.
Okay, and we're going to start off with top 10 wasted careers in football.
This could be tough.
Yeah. So we'll go one at a time from 10 to 1, and it's obviously just based on whose career has not matched up with their ability, their potential, or expectation.
Yeah.
Noah, do you want to start?
I do.
No, you're excited about it.
My number 10 is a bit wild. So number 10, top 10 wasted careers of all time, Paul Pogba.
Number 10.
Yep.
You know what? I can back it because
Okay.
he does. He should have had a bet like at Juventus when he first was at Juventus before United. You thinking like Ballon d'Or shouts?
Yep. Yeah,
And
100%.
He's not even been in that conversation.
He's obviously won a lot of trophies. Was it unreal? But that's my reason he's there because past 3-4 years, what's he done? Got done for doping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He was the best midfielder in the world at one point.
That is technically a definition of waste, isn't it?
Yeah, literally.
But then I also think people overestimated his potential sometimes
Do you think? Really?
because of like he had the bit on the ball. He could like all the technical stuff and the physical stuff he was really good at. But I do think to do a role in a team wasn't always as good.
Okay. Bit too much of a star in a team, do you?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like
As though he excelled for France.
yeah, he did.
I think
Some of the half volleys.
and for Juventus,
Yeah.
I think it's just United. It's very hard to do well there.
Yeah.
For anyone, yeah.
And also that goal he scored for Juventus, the one where he's like from behind, the camera got it from behind.
Yeah.
Oh,
That just boosted his profile.
Yeah.
One clip boosted it massively.
Yeah. I can't remember what international tournament it was though that he scored a
2018 World Cup, wasn't
beautiful
it?
volley against Belgium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was so good, and then just
Or 2016 Euros.
Yeah. something like that.
Wasted.
Yeah.
For me.
Okay.
Number 9, Jack Wilshere.
Yes.
Not his fault,
I
of
was close
course.
to putting him in there. Yeah.
When we say wasted, it's not all going to be their
Number 9,
their
though.
problem. Yeah, number 9 because
You put him higher up in yours.
He might be higher up in mine. You have to
Okay.
wait and see. But
that's fine.
he had a massively wasted career. Like it's huge. He could have been an absolute he come on the scene and was like
16
bossing it against Barca. Yeah. And
Yeah,
now he can't even get a club 2 years ago.
I could have put him higher up. The reason I didn't is because he was banging for Arsenal.
Yeah.
And I think he was unreal. And then injuries. I just don't. I think. Yeah, maybe I could have put him higher up. You've swayed me there.
Go on.
Number 8, Calvin Phillips.
Oh,
He is still playing.
I don't know.
So
man.
technically, could still. Again, couple of tournaments ago, international, he was probably the second name on the team sheet
Yeah, but
after Kane.
I'd say he was maximising his
and also
ability at the time.
he was good in that tournament. Don't get me wrong, he was good, but he weren't like
That's what I'm
he
saying.
weren't
He
like
was
no
just-
world beater. He
but
was
I
just
think-
doing a good role in probably an average England team. Really,
I think that's the detriment of being a defensive midfielder. It's never going to be like, oh, he's unreal. But in his position, he was one of the best at the time in defensive midfield.
I don't know. I just don't think his level's that high.
And then he just couldn't compete with Rodri at Man City. There's no shame in that.
2 years on
Yeah.
the bench, was it? Literally didn't play at all, and he now at Ipswich. No
And he got
offence to
abused
Ipswich.
about his
They're
weight.
never playing 2-6s. And he was nowhere near Rodri, so it was kind of like
Like he was good at he was unreal at Leeds, wasn't
Yeah.
He was their best player.
Yeah.
But was that in the Champ or the Prem?
no, that wasn't the Prem.
Yeah,
Once he-
the Prem,
when
Prem
he
and then he
got
went.
to
One of the
England,
first names in the England team sheet to not play for 2 years.
Yeah,
No, it's tough. It's tough.
he can still bring it back though.
He could still bring
That's
it
the
back.
other-
Which
It's a
is
tough
why
ask, though.
he's up. at
Okay.
8. Number 7. This is Pelters. Heung-min Son.
No,
Nah, you can't be on there.
Ready?
the only
You're
Ready?
gonna say
List his trophies.
yeah, but you can't always do that.
0.
You can't you can.
So what is Harry Kane in your list as well?
No, because
because
he's now at Bayern Munich and he's going to win trophies.
Like that, I've gone off that basis with one player specifically, a big player.
Yeah,
but I just don't think you got to put him like at least 10, 9.
Bro, he's been at Spurs for what, 8 years?
He's won a trophy with International, hasn't he? With South Korea.
Yeah.
Well,
he's not trophyless.
I went on his accolades, and it's a lot of like Europa League participant, Champions League final in 2018.
Why is that an accolade?
Yeah,
I don't know. But it's quite good.
Participation medal.
He could have gone in his prime anywhere in the world, any team.
Of course,
any team.
He signed a long-term deal.
Imagine him at Real Madrid, Barcelona. Like he could have gone anywhere.
Yeah,
sort of the Mourinho time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, stuck at Tottenham, and it's just getting worse and worse. Yeah. And now, when you do like combined 11s. He's past his best.
Yeah,
and he's got.
Do you think he's getting worse and worse though, or is it just like? I know his numbers have dropped off a bit.
I think he's getting worse, but I think he's past his prime.
Yeah,
and Tottenham are terrible.
You know what? It's not the worst shout. I still think top 10. It's hard to put him in, but when it's all said and done, it will feel like a waste, and he probably will feel like, wow, like with all that ability, I've actually not won anything.
Past like 7 years, you'd put him top 10 wins.
That's what I mean. Right? Like, you still showcased that he's the best winger for a long period of time.
And for that reason, he's won nothing.
Yeah,
That's my only thing. Number 6, Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah.
That move to United, horror.
Yeah.
That ruined. He was, Emirates era, probably the best player for Arsenal, right?
He did have a good career at Barca before Arsenal as well, though.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% did. Moved to Man United and what after his first training session said, I wish I want to go back. Yeah. And it's just petered out since then.
Yeah, but that's just, for me, that's karma. Because he went chasing, always thinking the grass is greener.
Yeah.
When he had Arsenal there with Ozil, like just stay and build that team, man, instead of jumping on a United team that you think are going to go back to the top.
Money though, isn't it? We couldn't give him anywhere near. I think they paid him 400,000 a week.
Yeah, he was still earning what, like a good 100, 200 at Arsenal.
Yeah.
You'd double it, wouldn't you?
Chasing the bag, don't he? But it didn't work.
Yes.
Number 6,
karma.
Number 5, Adel Taarabt.
Yeah, he's a good.
Streets won't forget. Yeah, man. QPR, brilliant.
But he will have forever one of the best highlight reels in football.
Oh, unbelievable!
That nutmeg
in a QPR shirt.
That nutmeg he did at Spurs.
Yes.
But one of his stops. I
remember watching him at Palace when I was a ball boy, and I was just thinking like, nah, this geezer's. I must have been 14. This geezer's a joke.
Was a joke, wasn't it? I think there's a few players around that time, like Ben Arthur, Adel Taarabt, that you look at and think they were unbelievable. How was he playing for QPR?
Yeah.
Then he's had a couple of loans since then.
But all managers that have worked with him say his attitude's not like how you want to strive and progress
and stuff. Like
he
was overweight at one point.
He's just a joker. Like he's just a joker that has
football
fun on the pitch.
Comes too easy, and it's just like
when you're that skilled.
I don't need to try. It's just
forget positioning, forget all this. But he. Actually, wait, don't worry, I won't say that. No, go on, go.
Inside there. Wow. I just think if you're thinking Streets won't forget Barclaysman, you're thinking Adel Taarabt. QPR, brilliant.
There's not any players in current football, especially in the Prem or even in the Champ, that are like that as well.
Oh, no.
You don't get players like that these days.
That's why it's easier for us, especially now, to look back and say, wow.
Yeah.
Like, at the time, people probably clocked he was good, but we're now thinking he was super good because you just don't see players doing that.
But he wouldn't get in any team because he's not doing the right system.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sad.
But he was quality. Number 4, Oscar.
Yeah.
China move. That was like the initial Saudi, wasn't it? Go to China, get the money.
He fucked it. He should have gone to waiting for Saudi, man.
He was so good.
What happened to him?
So good.
Like, he went to China. Is he still there?
Yeah, I think.
No, he's not still there.
I don't know if he's still there, but he definitely did like a long 8+
he did
years.
A stint.
Yeah.
He did a stint.
He didn't even do like a casual. He done that in his prime as well.
Yeah.
So good at Chelsea, wasn't he?
The South Americans.
He was in such a good era at Chelsea, wasn't he?
I do think we have this thing though where we're like, why would you not stay in the Prem? Like a Brazilian or a Colombian like John Duran, they might not care.
Bro, it's not the same.
So they're going to go get the bag. But China, he was like the first one, wasn't he? That China's going to be massive.
Yeah,
nah.
Yeah, someone sold him a massive dream over a Zoom call or something.
and it worked.
He got his money though, so
he did. Number 3, Fernando Torres.
Yeah, he has to be in there. He has. That is one of the biggest drop-offs I've ever seen.
He was one of the best strikers in the world.
Yeah,
it's drop-offs. No, absolutely.
It's such a drop-off.
But I still think the period he had puts him in debates for strikers.
Yeah.
Yes,
it does.
He could have been stronger in that. Like, it's always like, he had that period, but it was only 3 years, 4 years. But
because it
was a very strong 3-4 years, like an unbelievable 3.
But if it drops off a little bit and you're still in and around, but he just turned. He looked like he looked two different players.
It was mad,
apparently,
like couldn't play football
and stuff. Yeah.
I remember vividly. I cannot remember what team it is against, so I don't remember it that vividly. But he's going through on goal. He's one on one with the keeper.
United.
Was it United?
Yeah,
and he puts it like 4 yards wide. And
He's
like,
gone past the keeper.
Yes.
Step over around the keeper.
Yeah,
even though he done the step over the wrong way.
Yeah,
Like he done the step over and pulled it that way.
Yeah, he's beat the keeper and then he's.
And going from best in the world shouts to that, it's like.
Yeah, the only good thing he done after Liverpool. The Barcelona, where he's through on goal and it's an open goal.
Yeah,
it's the only memorable thing though.
Yeah. He didn't have to do much there, did he?
Yeah.
Number 2, Balotelli.
Yeah, fairs.
Like, yes, he did a lot, but man was putting fireworks in his bathroom and doing mad stuff that we might not be able to talk about on here. But I just think like he was so good, and I think you would play up against him and be scared because he was so cocky, but he backed it, and then. It's just off the field. He just couldn't hold it together.
I never bought into the Balotelli hype. I'm not going to lie.
Did you not?
There's not been one point where I thought, wow, this guy's a serious striker.
Really?
Yeah, even at City. Like, where was his best spell? City or not?
He was unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
but he,
of course,
I don't think he even showed it in games loads. He might have been the odd bit.
I think he did.
When he done that, like back heel just off the pitch. Why? Like, first of all, why are you trying that? And second of all, if you try it, at least look like you're putting in effort to do it.
Do you remember the goal?
It was just like so. I just don't care where this goes.
He probably did.
It was pre-season, to be fair, but yeah.
That's the thing.
No,
I just
remember that goal he scored in the Euros, where he took off his shirt after and flexed.
Yes, yeah.
He's in on goal and the ball's bouncing, and instead of like taking a touch and like facing the keeper up, he's smashed it into the top corner from 20 yards out. Like,
I don't think that's I don't think it's like, oh, that's genius. I just think he just don't give a fuck. He just thinks, oh, let me just smash this.
Yeah, because I can. Like, most strikers are thinking, let's get this ball under control and then slot it. He's like, I'm stanching it, bro.
I don't think he's doing it because like, oh, I'm so good at foot. He's just doing it because I don't really give a fuck. I'm just going to smash this.
That's why I think he's so wasted, because it's the abilities.
He's not.
He had every attribute.
His arrogance made him that good, and his arrogance is why he's in this.
Yeah.
Shouldering it. I just never like.
Obviously, the Balotelli Aguero, that was a good moment. Good, great.
That was his only assist in the Premier League. Do you know?
That don't surprise me.
His one assist was that.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Shouldered it though, didn't he? That's why he's number 2. Number 1, Philip Coutinho.
Wow, you've left out a couple that I think are definitely.
I'd be interested to hear. Philip Coutinho, mate, that
Philip Coutinho's
it's a shout, but number 1. Ooh.
Like, I'd have Torres over Philip Coutinho.
Really?
Philip Coutinho was a baller for longer, I think, and had less of a drop off at Barca.
Did he have less of a drop off though? 110 mil.
Yeah, that's the price tag, but that's probably relevant to 50 mil for Torres at the time.
I'm not sure he did anything when he went to Barca.
Yeah, but Torres did negative.
No, you can't get negative.
No, he is a wasted career, but I don't know.
I think the price tag.
He don't scream to mind.
If you are good enough to be bought years ago for 100+ mil, to then do nothing.
Yeah.
He was the guy.
But he was the guy for a long, how long? He was at Liverpool quite a long time.
He did well at Liverpool.
Like, he used to,
But it's the same thing as we said with Torres.
Yeah,
Torres
but he was a shorter period. He was like on a tear for 2-3 years, and then just sort of.
Torres did better than Coutinho did.
No.
At Liverpool.
Yeah, but not for longer, is what I'm saying.
No, okay, but I just mean like Torres. Torres was third in the Ballon d'Or the year Ronaldo won it.
Yeah, he was.
See, you know what I mean? Like, so.
Yeah, maybe you've just.
It's a similar. It's a similar.
But that was number 1.
That was number 1. Yeah.
No, that's outrageous.
I think the price tag. You're that good, you can be bought for 110 mil and then do nothing.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll go through mine then.
Go on.
I'm gonna rip it to shreds.
I've got one honourable mention at the end that I have to get in, but he's coming last.
Okay.
So 10, I've gone Ross Barkley.
It's not a bad shout.
Because Everton, he was like, right, this kid's England's. Build our England team around this guy. Yeah. And then where did he go?
Yeah.
Like, the only time we see him is for Luton.
Yeah, when he was up, he was unreal.
Last
year. But what I'm saying is he went missing for, that's what, how long was that, 8 years or something?
For his whole Chelsea career, basically.
Yeah, and then where did he go after that? Or was he just always at Chelsea?
He was always at Chelsea, and he did maybe did a loan.
Like, I didn't even know where he was at.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Don't remember him playing for Chelsea,
And then he come back, he obviously done decent, but he was playing in Luton, he's always going to be starting.
Was it at Chelsea where he celebrated before he scored? Do you remember that?
No, that was Everton.
Oh, was it Everton? Yeah. No, okay, fair.
Okay, then 9 I've got Taarabt.
Yeah.
Adel Taarabt. I've got Balotelli 8, so...
Oh, wow.
Fair enough.
Similar ratings.
Much higher.
Yeah, a lot higher. I've got Sanchez 7.
Okay.
So again, that's I think he's more of a flop than Balotelli.
No. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Okay. I've got Oscar. So these are a few of the same ones. 5, I've got a different player, Abu Diaby.
I thought about putting him in there.
Yeah.
He was like Vieira on steroids.
Yeah. The legs on the geezer.
Like he was a more technical Vieira without the leadership. And
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. And he had 8 years,
Yeah.
and he played something like 60 games.
My only reason,
Well, not even that, maybe even less.
my only reason why I didn't put him in is because I think if you asked non-Arsenal fans, they wouldn't have watched him and seen his potential
talent.
as much as us. Yeah, so
So that
the only
means
reason I agree.
I'm just more knowledgeable.
The reason I didn't put him in is because I find it hard to like label a wasted career when someone's literally just had no luck with injuries.
It
Like your
seems
Balotellis, your Taraps and all of that, they just didn't care. So
Yeah, but
they actually wasted
Same with Wilshere, though.
I don't have Wilshere,
Okay.
man.
We should stress that
it's
wasted
you know what I
career.
mean?
We're not being out of order. Like
It
some
is-
of
it
them,
is wasted.
Sometimes it's not on the player.
Yeah, it is wasted.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is on the player,
It's
Balotelli.
unfortunate.
Sometimes it's not on the player, Abu Dhabi.
Derby
Yeah.
were the
Like-
stride. He could cover the pitch in like
Bro,
4
talent
strides.
was a
What I'm
joke.
saying is, if he didn't get any injuries or
Yeah,
injuries
yeah,
like a
we'd-
normal player,
we'd be
he would
talking
be.
about him still.
Yeah, he'd be one of Arsenal's best centre mids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do agree.
You'd be talking about him with like Yaya Toure.
Yeah.
It was just, to me, it was a bit too Arsenal niche.
Yeah,
I disagree with that.
yeah.
Do you?
I think
you can just say that about-
everyone
yeah.
saw.
I think if I said to a Man United fan, they'd go, shut up.
I think a lot of big football fans would know though, not just
Yeah.
Arsenal fans.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But we'll go number 4. I got Fernando Torres.
Yeah.
What a drop off that was. We just spoke
He-
about it.
the hairband, that era.
Yeah, it's like it's just mad how something can change like that.
Isn't it?
It weren't even like a gradual. It
was
was
mad,
literally
but-
like put on a blue shirt and I don't know how to play
Like,
football.
you think, why? Why did that happen?
Yeah.
How?
Number 3, you didn't actually mention him, Ravel Morrison. Bro,
Yeah.
he has
Okay.
like I've barely seen him play, but
He's in
I've
mine.
seen all of the top footballers say how good he was.
Yeah.
Like even when he was a young player at United, being one of the most talented.
Yeah.
Ferguson, and he's fucked it.
Yeah.
Like, he's obviously had an okay career in terms of general, but for what his talent and ability should have been, like it seems like he should be a Ballon d'Or shout as well. From what they're talking about,
Yeah. This
Yeah,
is
yeah, the way he gets talked about.
This
Like,
is the
it's
thing.
mad.
I didn't put him in. He's probably more my era than your two.
Yeah,
era.
yeah.
I know he was good, but I can't remember him being that good.
Yeah.
But as you just said, everyone says he was class.
it's like one of them. Was he ever that good in matches to show you it was wasted? But
Yes.
he was
For us,
Yeah.
maybe not. But then the way players around him talk
That's
in
right.
training
Yeah.
and stuff
ask
like that.
Ferdinand,
Yeah.
ask Rooney, like the way they talk about him, then you'd kind of have to put him in.
Yeah,
They'd definitely put him in.
they
Yeah.
would 100%. That's 3. Number 2, I've got Wilshere. I think you had him like 9, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
I think Wilshere has to be like one of the most wasted careers. The talent the boy had, and
Yeah.
just such a shame with like he said after it was his second ankle injury,
That
like
changed him.
it just changed it. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is sad, man. Number 1, you did not have him. Dele Alli.
Oh, I forgot about Dele Alli.
Dele Alli.
Oh my goodness,
Like,
that
can't
is
forget about him.
criminal.
You know, like, I know he's still got time to hopefully
Yeah.
bring it back, but he's got to be one of the most wasted careers in football.
That is criminal.
It's got to be one top of the list for
Tottenham, who was he at before Tottenham? MK Dons.
yeah, he's
Yes,
come
yeah.
from
Like, as a
one,
16-year-old.
signed at 16 or 17 for Spurs early.
And he had, 2-3 years at Tottenham where
World
he
beater.
was world beater, scoring,
People talk
assisting.
about Real Madrid, like he was doing what Jude Bellingham was doing now. He was doing that before.
Yeah.
Like, that was
Yeah.
that was what people expected him to do.
He basically was that sort. He was less probably less like deep and creative.
more of a goal scorer.
Goal
Do you remember
scorer.
the chest turn and volley?
Yeah, it was at Palace.
Yeah.
Mate,
It was
oh
him and
my
Kane before
God.
it was him and before it was Son and Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He has to be. Dele Alli has to be one of the
I cannot
most.
believe
and then he's just gone now. Like,
I've forgotten that.
yeah.
And now what's that like? When he dropped off when? Did he drop off at Tottenham or did he move?
Towards the end of Tottenham, he dropped off.
Because he
and
was
then, like with
having
Mourinho.
struggles.
Oh,
wasn't
okay,
he?
yeah,
Mourinho, and then he got
Yeah, that's the
sold
thing.
Everton.
I obviously just remembered the interview he done with
Yeah,
Neville. as
yeah,
well. So
yeah.
it's always not always in your hands. You don't always know the behind the scenes.
Yeah, we're not saying that's his fault. Yeah, at all.
But from where he was to where he is now, footballing wise, it obviously is a drop off.
Word,
Yeah.
You can say zero ball knowledge in the comments. I forgot Dele Alli.
Yeah.
That is wild.
That is crazy. But yeah, that's my. Oh yeah, and I've got a honourable mention. That was one.
Yeah.
This guy, I just couldn't put him in because I do love him.
Yeah.
But your argument for Son, this is my argument for this player, and it's Steven Gerrard.
Wow.
Because bro,
You just don't like Gerrard.
No. I love Gerrard's one of my favourite ever players. But if we're going off wasted careers, this guy could have had 5 Premier Leagues, 2-3 Champions Leagues. Like he's one of the best.
Where would he have gone?
If he went to United, he would have won it. Chelsea would have won it.
Was that on the United on the cards?
Yeah,
Yeah, United. was on
yeah,
the
they all
cards
wanted him.
from like 12 to 20.
Yeah, they all wanted him.
But Like, come on, this is literally one of the best footballers, best midfielders and footballers.
I hear what you're saying.
Got one trophy.
He's got a Champions League and an FA Cup.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I hear it, but
Like, come on.
when you say best midfielder,
And he dragged them to them.
Yeah, I know. When you say best Prem midfielder ever, he's still in like the top 2 conversation.
Yeah, that backs
so
my
it's
point.
like his career has still been like.
Yeah, but
it's that whole thing of do you value is a career based on is success based on trophies?
Yeah.
Like we talk about Harry Kane. Do you know what
I think to an
still
extent,
think-
but not
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not been
because
successful.
Kane will go down as one of the best Premier League strikers of all time without a trophy. Even if he gets some,
Yeah.
but Bayern or doesn't, he will go down as that.
But what I'm saying is, but I'm not saying he's not
do get
successful.
you.
He's just like
I know what you mean.
he's still left trophies on the table.
Absolutely, left
Yeah.
trophies on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about that. He
So
could
it's just a
definitely won
wasted
more.
career, but it's just he's up there instead of
Yeah.
a wasted career.
That's
like-
such a good divisive one.
It's interesting.
It's trophies or
Yeah,
individual.
because some
talent,
people
innit?
in this list have a lot of trophies
yeah,
Yeah.
and still wasted.
exactly.
Like we spoke about Pogba and stuff like that. Like, so depends what you value, but it's
Yeah.
it's an honourable mention.
Would Gerrard say it's wasted?
he
that's
wouldn't say
different.
he wouldn't say
If
wasted.
he's been honest with his mates.
No, he'd be. I know. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't say wasted. Definitely not.
Wasted
no,
is too
no,
much.
yeah.
He'd be like, I think he always thinks about that. There was a couple seasons where they got really close to the Prem. When
year
they
he slipped.
when he slipped,
Yes.
and when they were the 3-3 game against Palace, they were 3-0
That
up.
was the same season, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he was destined not to win it. That's
I was at that game as well. It was a good game.
Is it?
First game ball boying ever.
wow.
Suarez crying after.
Suarez cried on the pitch.
Take a picture.
But no, I think
Yeah, it's a
it
good
depends which
mention
way you
of
look at it.
Yeah,
So that's my
I rate it.
10-1.
My 10-1. I've got a lot of names that we've mentioned, but also a few different ones. So
Yeah.
Excited.
number 10, first and foremost, let's disclaimer, this is, I think, the 3rd best player of our generation.
Wow, when you have to
Wait, hold up. Of our generation?
Yeah.
Oh, Harry Kane. I was trying to think who you're going to go with wasted. Go on, sorry.
No, I've got Neymar.
Oh, it's a good shout.
I've got Neymar.
I stuck with Prem,
and
but-
the reason I've said him is because
Yeah.
It's a good shout.
I mean, as disclaimer, I think he's after Ronaldo and Messi. I think he's in his own bracket. I don't think anyone comes close
Yeah.
to him.
it's just
That's weird, isn't it?
I don't think anyone comes close to him outside of that. But it's like he should have been very close to them too. He should have a Ballon d'Or to his name come the end of his career.
at least one, yeah.
At least one. Like Benzema's won it, Modric's won it. Like no disrespect to them, they're obviously top, but he was miles better than them.
Again, it's when players leave a club.
Yeah,
Sanchez.
Yeah.
Yes,
Up
Suarez.
until Barca, Curry's going literally
Yeah.
unbelievable, and then he makes a decisive decision, goes to PSG. He does all right at PSG from a stats perspective. They never win the Champions League. The league titles there are kind of not that respected, and then after that he goes Saudi, and
But
Yeah.
it's just from then it's fallen off.
With him, it's the same as like sort of the Balotelli vibes when he went to PSG. Like at Barca, he knew he weren't the main star.
Messi
There
was
was
there, yeah.
Messi, Suarez were all there,
Yeah.
and he still had to like work and do his role for the team. Whereas PSG, it was sort of like, right, I'm the main man. I'm sort of doing what I want.
Yeah. I mean, I do understand the move from that perspective, because you was never going to get out of Messi's shadow ever at Barca.
Well, Messi said, "I'm going to make
Yeah, he
you win
said
the Ballon d'Or."
he wanted
Ballon
to
d'Or.
like give him that, but I think obviously he knows deep down it's more than just the Ballon d'Or. It's just the whole Messi's the guy here. He wanted to go somewhere and be the guy, but I think
Like if he went there and won the Champions League and beat Barca in the fight, like then he would have moved out of the shadow.
then it'd be the opposite. He would have won a Ballon d'Or, and then we'd say, yeah, like what a career. He's gone to PSG and won something. But
Right, how different would things be if Messi, Suarez, Neymar all stayed at Barca until like the end? Do you know what I mean? Like,
he would have stayed as well.
it would have been interesting because that three-peat Real Madrid done, that
Yeah.
probably would have given it a bit more
Exactly
competition.
as soon as like Suarez left, then it sort of just went like El Clasico just sort of died off, didn't it?
started having money troubles,
Yeah.
Number 9, still playing, still could change this. I've gone Ousmane Dembele.
Really? The Tottenham centre mid?
No, Barca.
We're talking the guy that scored two hat-tricks, 2 braces in the past 4 games.
He's coming to life now.
Yeah,
until the last 2 games, I think talent-wise, bro, he's one like
both feet.
I don't think it's outrageous to say currently in the world he'd be top 3 players talent alone in terms of what he can do with both feet. Like he's nothing. He's rapid, can dribble, can finish, but we're just not really seeing it. It's not like he doesn't really get in the France squad. Never really done it at Barca. PSG, it's like it's starting to come alive now, and he could completely U-turn this. But for the output versus the talent, I don't think it's anywhere near aligned. Like I think talent-wise, everyone should be talking about him 100%. All the time. And
it's bizarre that all the tweets I've seen in the past few days is, how's he coming back at 27? So that
he could just make this irrelevant, but. Yeah, man, and you hear things. The reason I put him in as well is you heard that at Barcelona, like when he first signed there and stuff, he was up until 4 playing PS4 every night when there was training in the morning and stuff. So that makes me more likely to put him in because I'm like, okay, you're not fulfilling your potential and it's your fault because you're not doing the right things.
He's one of them, isn't he?
8, I've gone Taarabt.
Yeah,
we've spoken about him.
QPR Taarabt's crazy.
Yeah. Taarabt, man, he has to be in.
Bro, it's similar to Dembele technically, like in terms of talent, would have been as good as anyone. But then,
if you're too young to remember watching Taarabt, please go and look at his highlights. It's a joke.
His highlights are insane.
Yeah, in the Prem as well, by the way. He was turning it into FIFA Street.
He was.
They built that game off him.
It was all. Do you remember Soccer AM? Do you remember Showboat?
Yeah.
It was just basically him and Jack Kocher.
Showboat used to be good.
Yeah.
What about Get on the Weights? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
On the weights. That was
good. 7, I've gone Paul Pogba.
Yeah. Spoke about him.
Yeah, spoke about him. 6, none of you's mentioned this one, but I thought I'd go for it. Daniel Sturridge.
I don't think so, man.
Ooh,
wasted career.
Was he that good?
Yeah, I don't think.
Well, if you listen to the England players talk about him, they'd say they like there was a period where once Rooney kind of died off, he was meant to be the next guy, like England striker that would lead England to more and more success, and he had like a glimpse of showing it for England. I remember he scored that goal against
Iceland.
Yeah, I mean, no, it was
against Wales.
Yeah,
that was little
he
Wales
to Iceland in that same tournament.
Yeah.
But like he showed a bit like.
But I think he showed his level. Though. I think he just showed that's his level.
I think his level was like again. I just look at talent and say, okay, what could he not do? As a striker, he had everything in terms of pace, link up, finish.
But was his pace that good?
Decent. Like he weren't.
I don't know. I'm not a huge Sturridge fan in terms of his football ability.
Yeah,
was he better than Danny Welbeck?
Yeah, of course.
Debatable.
Talent. I'm not saying who. Like,
I don't know.
If you want to say who had a better career and who done more in the Prem, it's a conversation to be had. Who was better? I don't think it's close.
Studge was
your boy.
Was decent.
Right. Nah, it's not in terms of talent. It's not even close. But for sure, in terms of what they actually produced, Danny Welbeck, I'd say maximised his career, like pretty much. He had a good career for
that's a good shot. That's a good.
But I say he also had
completely
like injuries fucked him over as well.
Who?
Welbeck. He was out for so long.
He could have gone. Yeah, he could have gone better. Yeah,
or like at least had it for longer.
Yeah, for
Whereas
sure.
Sturridge, I feel like
he had a mixture of injuries, but also didn't live right.
Yeah, I do feel like the thing you remember about Sturridge is the celebration.
Yeah,
and him singing to Roy Keane. So like maybe he's got
it's
a point.
Joker,
that you
there was a season his numbers were a joke. I think he when you look at goals scored in consecutive games, he's got like he's up there with one of the records, like eight Prem goals in a row, stuff like that. Like.
I just remember the shot Sturridge had where he's like got it on the edge of the box, he's just gone to smash it, and I'm not even joking, it's just P-rolled towards the keeper.
Yeah, I remember that.
Do you remember?
Really?
And it's literally just like barely reached him.
Yeah.
I do think he's funny. I quite like Sturridge.
Yeah, he's good lad.
5, I've gone Oscar.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like he was ripping it up at Chelsea and then just decided to go to China.
Crazy.
4, Ravel Morrison.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. It is fair.
3, none of you's mentioned him.
Ooh.
I'm going to put him in there. Not Dele. Dele Alli was 2.
Okay.
Jesse Lingard, I've gone as number 3.
Oh, yeah, it's a good shout, that.
Bro, he was scoring
it's a good
25-yard screamers at the 2014 World Cup, was it?
Yeah.
For England, starting main man, like doing.
He was one of the main men.
One of the main men in that England team.
Same era as Dele Alli. It was them two, wasn't it? Do you remember Lingard, Alli?
But I do think that World Cup where it was the 2018 one he done well as well, wasn't it?
Was it when Trippier scored the free kick against
the 2018?
2018, he wasn't.
He done well in that as well.
Did he?
Yeah, I remember. But I just thought the World Cup he done well in was quite a poor standard in terms of like our group stage games. We had easy games.
I know what you mean.
Like 6-0.
I do know, but look at what we've just done in the tournament. We struggled to get through. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know. Easy group and that. So I get what you're saying, but
I don't think he's necessarily wasted it. I think he got to a level and reached his level at United, and then as United were trying to get better players in, he couldn't.
He didn't sustain that. Because I understand what you mean about maybe reaching your level.
Yeah, but he didn't sustain it because I don't think
differently. Like,
I don't know if he fell off differently.
I need to ask this because we've got a few players that we've said the same thing for, and we've said, but did they fall? United is the problem.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's why we're not saying whose fault these things are, isn't it? Like, it could well be Pogba, Lingard. Who else did we say?
Who else?
There must have been another United player.
Sanchez.
Sanchez. Yeah. Like, it could be that it's United's fault that their careers got wasted. Who knows?
United's the biggest wasted club.
Number one, United.
There's a common denominator here. There's a lot of United players in these lists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might want to put this in your pod, but Havertz is out for the season.
Shut up.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know what he's done, but Ornstein and James McNicholas reported it on.
Oh, we're finished.
He's out for the season.
I mean, it's the one time we're not actually talking about Arsenal, but we might.
We're going to have to get a free agent. We're going to have
forward
Daniel Sturridge.
Miss the rest of the
Thank
season
you.
for injury.
Cheers,
That is mental.
Oh my.
No, well, I'm actually not that. Like, there's a big part of me that's just like, well, that's what.
I mean, we can keep this in.
Yeah, keep this in. Whilst we keep this in, I did see yesterday, apparently, there's a lot of people saying Marino has been used as a number 9.
It's exactly what Tommy just told us the information. He said to me as soon as I walked in, I think it's going to be Marino up top.
Sterling, Marino, Trossard.
No, it's got to be.
Man, we'll finish 4th.
No, because he's not going to play an under-23s one, is he, up there? Or like an under-18s?
Bro, it gets to a point where you might as well.
Whack Saliba up there. Like
Calafiori.
Like, or like Zinchenko. I'd put one of them up there.
No, he might have to do Trossard false 9. Sterling left.
How bad's the academy if we're slapping Calafiori up front?
Yeah, but we've never seen any of them.
I know, but there's got to be a young kid that you're just like, he can play as a striker and knows a role. And like, fuck it. Like,
crazy, innit?
Like, obviously, he's not going to be up to the standards, but we can't be putting centre backs up front.
Bro, in 6 years, Saka might be number 1 on top 10 wasted careers. We've won nothing again.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, he's going to be like a Son or a Harry Kane.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck, I'd rather he left.
Oh, that's carnage. Right, back to it.
Yeah,
Breaking news.
Yeah, I said Lingard. Then 2, I had Dele Alli.
Yeah, fair.
For obvious reasons. And number 1, I put Balotelli just because I really do think Balotelli. I think he was like, if he just. And this is the thing, I take into account the way players talk about a player as well, and players around him, the way they talked about him.
They all just said he was a knobhead.
But they knew.
Yeah, but effortless football.
It was tolerated to, even though it wasn't tolerated, it was almost a little bit tolerated because they knew how good he was. Can you imagine he was acting like this and he wasn't good? Like, you'd be out of the change room. The players would have got rid of you.
I mean, he was out of the change room at different periods. He was down with 23s last.
Yeah, but like the players would not like have someone like that around them. Like these like they had company, they had, you know, Yaya Toure,
leaders.
Like they had a change room full of characters. They wouldn't carry someone like Balotelli with him if he wasn't that good.
I agree.
Yeah. Right,
we've just one honourable mention. Sorry, before we finish, we haven't mentioned Lewis Bryon, have we?
Yeah.
You were hoping number 1.
Yeah. Well, listen, I could be up there.
You could be.
That's very niche.
That is niche.
Palace niche.
Extremely niche.
Right. Well, I mean, they're all fairly similar. You obviously missed out.
Yeah, that was
a few different.
Dele Alli.
Yeah. That was quite crazy.
Zero ball points. Yeah.
Neymar.